Hey guys, coming to you today from South Carolina, and I am so excited because I am here to answer a question that so many of you have asked me over the past few months, and that is, I am going to teach you how to make a well-balanced meal. I am not here to tell you what to eat. So many people email me, they message me, they ask me, so what should I eat? That doesn't work. If I just tell you what to eat, you're going to be all set for the next meal maybe, because that's all I'm going to talk about. But then what do you do after that? Do you go right back to eating the way that you were before? You do not want me to tell you what to eat. What you want is for me to teach you how to eat so that you can do it for the rest of your life and be successful with crushing your goals now and later down the road. So, that being said, how do you make a well-balanced meal? There are three main parts to a well-balanced meal, okay? The first part is carbohydrates. So many people demonize carbohydrates and say that, you shouldn't have them, you need to cut them out, you shouldn't eat them, etc., whatever anybody else is saying. That's not true. Carbohydrates are your body's main source of fuel throughout the day, so you need them at most of your meals. That being said, want to read the portion size that's on the box? And I would prefer that you choose whole grains. So whole grain bread, whole grain pasta, brown rice, quinoa. Potatoes are going to be a starchy vegetable, but they'll count as a whole grain. Corn, butternut squash, all of these things that are a little bit starchier but have a good source of fiber. Whole grains all are a good source of fiber. So, 1, you need a source of carbohydrates. 2, you need some sort of protein. Protein is so important during weight loss. A, it burns more calories to digest than any other nutrient that you'll eat, but also it keeps you full. So you really, really want to make sure that you have protein in your diet so that you don't get hungry 2 seconds later and then start to munch at everything that's either on your desk or in your pantry or wherever you are. So protein is so important. Good sources of protein include chicken breast, fish, nuts, seeds, beans. Dairy will have some protein in it as well. Ideally, you want to choose leaner cuts of protein. So if you think of like the marbling that you can see in some steaks or that white strip on bacon, that's what you want to avoid when you're choosing meats. So choose leaner ones. Third, and the most important part of your meal, you need fruits and vegetables. I don't know how many times I've talked to people on the phone and they eat maybe 1 serving of vegetables throughout the day. That should be a huge component of all of your meals. You need about half of your plate to be fruits and vegetables at all of your meals. I don't care which ones they are, I just want you to eat them. They're going to be a great source of fiber and they're going to have all of the macronutrients that you need to have a happy, healthy body, okay? So, fruits or vegetables, carbohydrates, and protein. Those are your 3 main, most important components of a healthy meal. Now, you just need to focus on what proportions to put them all in. Like I had mentioned before, you need about half of your plate to be fruits or vegetables. So, the other half of your plate needs to be divided between carbohydrates and protein, okay? So that means altogether, you have 1/4 of your plate some sort of protein, 1/4 of your plate carbohydrates, and then half of your plate fruits and vegetables. And that's the key to success, ladies and gentlemen. So when you go on and you start to make your next dinner, your next lunch, your next breakfast, etc., think about that. And how can you adjust what you're already eating to fit into that model? If you have any questions, as always, let me know. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon.